and well refreshed, hopefully after a cup of tea or two. We're nearly there, but before we get there, we've got the highlight of the evening, or the afternoon, or the day, whichever you want to describe it, because we are now about to move into our penultimate session. We've got a very small final award coming up after the main President's Award, so don't rush out the second Sue Stands Down. But the key item, I think, for many of us in a day like today is one of recognition. And we can't get much better in terms of recognition than having with us our fantastically supportive President, Sue Barker. I don't need to say much to you about Sue Barker because, Sue, I think you're quite well known to everybody here. But we're genuinely delighted to have you with us yet again. I know you've been a long-standing, fantastic supporter of the charity, and it really, really does matter to us, everybody here, and all the fundraising activity that we do. So, on behalf of all of us, just a proper first thank you to Sue. And it's lovely to pass over to a professional. So, thank you very much.
Anyway, thank you very much. It's absolutely lovely to see so many of you here again. I was absolutely devastated last year to miss the conference because anyone that's been before knows it is the highlight of the Muscular Dystrophy campaign calendar for me. And last year it clashed with me having to be in Newcastle for the Great North Run. So I was absolutely thrilled that when I saw the dates this time that everything was going to be fine. So I get the really nice part of the day because I get to meet so many of the sort of supporters, the fundraisers, the people that really do make a difference. And we have some very special awards to give out. And I was sent all the details and they said, oh, look, sub it down and make it how you would like to deliver it. And then when I read all the stories, I thought, I just can't sub this down because all the winners today are just truly exceptional people and really everyone deserves in the room to hear exactly what they've done. So apologies for me, I'll be rattling on, but there are so many important people to get through. Now I'm going to start the ceremony by announcing the winners, or should I say winners, of the Fundraiser of the Year award. These two fundraisers have made completely different but equally inspiring contributions to the Muscular Dystrophy campaign over the past months and indeed years. Let's start with Kerm Ashad. Incredibly, Kerm has been nominated by many different members of the charity staff across 3 different categories because he's made such a huge impact over the past year. Inspired by his 13-year-old brother Ozair, who has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, Kerm decided to form his own fundraising committee in the southwest. But not to ease into things gently, Kerm decided that his very first event should be an Indian banquet, invite 180 people, 12-course banquet, and belly dancers. Well, and he raised an amazing £7,000 in that one evening. Kerm also managed to persuade 10 friends to run the Bristol Half Marathon in September, and has even formed a corporate partnership with one of the local bars, Malloy's, who carry out collections in the bar, and they've raised hundreds of pounds. In his own words, Kerm's success hasn't been just his alone, but belongs to the whole Bristol and Bath fundraising committee. Even so, I'm sure that they would happily admit that the secret to their success is their dynamic and very determined leader. So first award goes to Kerm. Without asking a couple of questions, I mean, to start with a banquet, 180 people, not an easy start.
No, not at all. It was our first event, so we were very, very nervous, and we thought, we'd give it a go. My mum, who's also cares for my younger brothers, a great cook, got all friends together. And I remember driving from the home and various other venues were using cooking, and I had a van, and I thought, if anyone hits this van, I've got all the food in the back. And can you imagine 180 degrees, where's the food? Well, if you go take your plate outside, scrape it off the van, it might look something like a meal. But it went to plan. We had Robert was there, chief executive, for the talk, and it was great to see so many people engaged in a cause that we didn't really know why they were there first, and it was brilliant. We couldn't ask for anything else. It went really, really well.
There's so much money, but also, as importantly, so much awareness as well.
Absolutely. For example, our neighbour bought a table, and our neighbour knows why we were fundraising, but the guests he bought had no idea. And for them to come along, engage, and then to spread the word, and to now be part of reoccurring guests at other events and golf days is brilliant. That's precisely what we wanted to achieve.
Congratulations, truly an inspiration. Thank you very much for coming. Stage just for the photo, I think. Right, well done, Kern, fantastic. The next winner of Fundraiser of the Year should really be collecting a Fundraiser of the Decade award. Gavin Reeves has set a record for the Muscular Dystrophy campaign, running the London Marathon for the charity an astonishing 15 years in a row. Now, we've done a bit of maths here, and we worked out that he has run a grueling 390 miles through the streets of London. But forget about that, because everyone knows how tough a marathon is. But anyone who's run it knows it's the training that really takes the time, giving up your social life, your time to run those hours in the rain, the wind, in the winter. That is really what is so important. But really, for Gavin to make this commitment to the Muscular Dystrophy campaign for 15 years, it's genuinely astonishing. Gavin, would you please come to the stage for your award? I knew he'd look incredibly fit. 15 years in a row. Now, first of all, why the Muscular Dystrophy campaign?
I just ran the the first time in 1997, and was really impressed with the way it went for me, and stayed with it since.
You've helped to make such a difference for the charity, and I talk about the training. How many miles? Over 26 miles for the race, but how many miles do you clock up over the winter?
I'm up to about 15 this year. At the moment, anything between 12, 15, 15.
You've done 15 years, and you'll be back there next year?
If I get placed in next year, it will be 3 marathons in 3 weeks. So, I'll just leave that one, I'll work with you people here.
I'm sure we'll do that. Anyway, good luck with that, and good luck for the next 15 years. Staying with fundraisers and their amazing achievements, the next award is for Best Fundraising Group. And this year's winners are truly extraordinary young men, which you may have heard from them earlier. These 7 friends from the Southwest have made a fantastic contribution to the charity over the last year, since committing to take in on 23 fundraising events in memory of their friend, Bertie Brooklyn. Bertie sadly died from muscular dystrophy in April last year at the age of 23. To honour the man they call one of the nicest individuals we have ever known, the group known as Bertie 23 has raised over £12,000 for the Muscular Dystrophy campaign through a staggering series of challenges, including cycling the length of the country from John O'Groats to Land's End, rowing the equivalent of the Strait of Dover, completing an exhausting 23k swim and a triathlon, and climbing Dartmoor's famous 10 tours in self-sufficient care. The boys have been dedicated to raising awareness and helping the public understand muscular dystrophy. Throughout everything they have done, their energy and their passion have inspired people throughout the Muscular Dystrophy campaign and beyond. Happily, all 7 members are here today. Would you please welcome Nick, Joe, Matt, Rob, Rich, Mike, and James. Not 7, 6. Who's missing?
Mike.
Who's going to accept this? You. Who's going to be the spokesman? Is it going to be you? Now we heard that. I know a few people here earlier heard about the amazing sort of achievements. But first of all, tell us a little bit more about Bertie and what you mentioned.
Well, we knew him since he was about 2 or 3 years old, and we've grown up with him and went to school with him. He's just an amazing person. He's always willing to help people out. He's always making fun of us and having a bit of a laugh, and he's just not that very in his body.
Took on some incredible challenges. Which one's been the toughest?
Kerno 600. It's cycling around Devon and Cornwall's hilly roads. It was meant to be a weekend, 48 hours, 600 kilometres, and we managed to make about 450 before we pretty much got there. Yeah, it was really challenging event.
Anyway, congratulations, guys. I know Bernie will be immensely proud of you and everything that you've done for him and indeed for us as well. Thank you very much. The next category, Inspiring Person of the Year, always needs difficult decisions, as there are so many wonderful men and women who go above and beyond to achieve great things in the name of charity. John Hasty is one such person. John, who has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, has a dream, and that dream is to make a difference in life. Seeking to prove people wrong about the potential of young men with the condition, John decided to show what can be achieved in life in the face of extreme daily challenges. After recruiting a film group made up of volunteers across Europe and gaining funding for the project, John set off on a tour of the UK. He was interviewing other men with Duchenne muscular dystrophy to hear their inspiring stories for his film. It's called A Life Worth Living. One of his main aims is to show families of newly diagnosed boys and young men themselves that there is hope, that there is a future, saying there are so many remarkable, spirited Duchennes out there, and they have so much to offer and can inspire a younger generation. It's time for that story to be told. Well, so it is time for an award for a very amazing man, John Hasty. Film. I mean, why did you decide to do that and take it so far away?
Well, it was really through Facebook actually. I learned about quite a few people out there with Duchenne who, in my opinion, have achieved quite remarkable things. So people that have become artists, painters, and novelists. And I just realised that there's so many people out there living a great life that I just really wanted to tell that story. So.
And you had it is wonderful, but also to get the funding as well. How difficult is that?
Yeah, that's certainly been a challenge. I mean, I put some money towards that myself, but it's also just a case of individual donations to people that have heard about what I'm doing through YouTube, Facebook, that kind of thing. So that's raised quite a lot of money, and also got some corporate sponsorship, because a lot of the equipment that I use is features in the film because it's a becoming part of my life. But it was just kind of the feeling that I might as well make some money out of that as well. So I got sponsors from Fiat and ETAC as well, and a number of others as well.
You've got the names out, that's brilliant, everyone knows that as well. But also, you are such an inspiration to so many within the campaign, but I suppose so many of them inspired you as well.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of quite like to dedicate this award to all the people in my life who have inspired me. I mean, there was one guy at my school, Martin Brewer, who was really kind and welcoming to me, and great spirited guy with Duchenne. He was really my first inspiration, but also all the people in the film, really, they are inspiring themselves. So, yeah, if I can kind of give the other people satisfaction of what these people are doing to me, then yeah, I'm really happy to do it.
Very inspiring, but you're a very inspiring person. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. John Hasty. Our next category sure Jonathan will probably be in that one as well, but one award for him. And this is going to the lovely Chloe Hopkins, who is a 15-year-old and has memory myopathy. Chloe stole the nation's heart this summer, and I had the pleasure of welcoming her when she arrived on Wimbledon's centre court before the coin toss at the ladies' final. I was actually delighted when the Wimbledon tournament asked me if I would nominate a charity to do this coin toss, and I was very happy to ask Muscular Dystrophy campaign to nominate someone, and we nominated Chloe, and I thought, well, she's very, very brave, because Chloe went out there onto the centre court in front of a worldwide audience of 375 million people. Quite nerve-wracking, I'm sure, for a 15-year-old. She was chosen after she overcame bullying at school and the difficulties associated with the condition to become a wheelchair tennis champion, winning second place in the National Junior Tennis Championships last year. Relentlessly positive, Chloe has been a great ambassador for people with neuromuscular conditions, giving brilliant TV interviews and even taking part in a sponsored zip wire challenge. I've never heard of me. Now, before I ask Chloe to come up onto the stage, we have a very special fan of yours, Chloe, who wanted to give you this special message before you come onto the stage. It's Dan Lobb from Daybreak.
Hi Chloe, it's Dan Lobb from Daybreak. I'm sure you remember me, but now I'm also starring in Strictly Come Dancing. And that's the reason I can't be there with you today. I've got to do the greatest Viennese waltz that anyone has ever seen on the planet with Katia tonight, and hopefully get some better marks than 4 off Craig. Congratulations, my love. I know you won the Young Inspiring Person's Award for the Muscular Dystrophy campaign dinner that's going on today. I Sue, by the way, fantastic award, and I can't think of anybody better qualified than yourself to win it. You have been an inspiration to me. That might be difficult to understand, but you have absolutely since I met you back in June. So well done, and well done to everybody that's being honoured there tonight. And I have a few friends who want to say hello and congratulations. Did I do it?
Yeah, just slightly. I'm thinking hi to my old friend Sue Barker, but the big hello goes to Chloe!
Hello, Chloe.
We're all in the right place, Chloe, honestly, fantastic.
There you go.
Very good. Congratulations, Chloe, and just so you know, don't bother him. No! Come on!
Give us a dance, quick. Quick dance.
And don't go to me, somebody go on. Chloe, you're a wonder girl. Wonder girl.
Well, please welcome that Wonder Girl to the stage, Chloe! How embarrassing is that?
Well, it's actually really good to see.
How do you know Dan Lobb then?
That was the day before I did the thing for Wimbledon, found out on Thursday that there was a interview about it, so we went out that night and did the interview on Friday, and then they went out and back and talking really.
Your Twitter followers, you follow each other.
Yeah, we saw quite a lot of episodes out and
Now tell me about that day and going on to your centre court with the finalists. Tell us your memories of it.
it was just amazing. I can't actually believe it. Today I asked an accident about it. I can't put it into words properly actually what that experience was. I think you have to feel it to really understand it.
She placed that centre court, wasn't it?
It was, I said nothing can ever replace what happened that weekend.
I know you're very keen tennis player already, a tennis champion, and you have dreams to even take it further.
I want to take as much as I can as well as I can really. There's no limits and it's really something.
Absolutely. And I think everyone wants to know, are you going to vote for Dan tonight?
We haven't voted for Dan yet, we can't not.
Okay, we will. Congratulations. Lovely to see you again. Congratulations, Thank you to all our Strictly lads there. Now, a Volunteer of the Year has been another tricky category with so many deserving winners, but this year we wanted to honour 3 people that many of you may have spoken to, laughed with and felt supported by, but probably never seen face to face. There are Talk MD moderators. Talk MD is the charity's online forum, giving people somewhere to chat about their experiences, to ask for advice and to make friends. There are now nearly 2,000 members, and as you can imagine, it needs some dedicated volunteers to keep it ticking over, answering people's questions and giving the support and the advice that's needed. Sarah Rose, Anne-Marie Rose and Victoria Cakes are all amazing women with different forms of neuromuscular conditions and a great deal of patience as well. Between them, they have posted thousands of messages since the formation of the site. Only Victoria was able to attend today, so please would you welcome Victoria on the stage to collect the award for Sarah and Anne-Marie as well. Victoria. Today, and you guys do so much, giving up your time, but is it sort of rewarding for you as well?
Yeah, I want to get more involved with the Muscular Dystrophy campaign in some good way too, and I like being able to help other people and offer advice, so they know that they're not alone and everybody's been through it before.
I hope you've heard from a lot of people here exactly what a difference you and all the other members make.
I spoke to a lady today, she said how welcome that the form is, which is it's probably only for free. You don't need to be somewhere that it seems too formal, we need to be informal, just a place to come and have a chat and laugh, it can be serious, non-serious, whatever you want.
I think that's the thing, when you get a message from somebody, you really don't know what they're asking and what sort of advice you have.
Yeah, I mean, we've got people on there that have just had a condition diagnosed, whether their parents or children have just been diagnosed or somebody themselves, to people like myself that have obviously been diagnosed with 15, 20 years ago and experienced it in cancer.
You do a fantastic job and keep doing the good work. It's so good for all of us to know you're there. Thank you very much to Victoria. Going on to Campaigner of the Year. Now, unfortunately for us, but I'm sure not for him, our winner is away on holiday, but has assured us that he will be investigating the Trailblazers tourism campaign while he's on his break. David Gale, who has Becker muscular dystrophy, has been a dedicated campaigner since the formation of the Trailblazers Young Campaigners Network, and in fact is an inaugural member, paving the way for what is now a 350 strong group. Over the past 3 years, David has lived up to the trailblazing name and spearheaded a campaign for accessible transport in his local region of Cumbria. Another highlight of his campaigning career includes giving an impassioned speech about inaccessible trains in Parliament in front of the Speaker of the House, John Burke. So sadly, David can't be with us, but please welcome Hannah Lou Blackall, another of the amazing trailblazers, to collect the award on his behalf. Tell us a little bit about yourself, David.
Yeah, as we said, we've campaigned a lot for trains as well as being involved in national campaigns in the area at the parliamentary group as well.
Tell us also about the trailblazers, because it's just growing and growing, and you're so dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got 380 people now who are on the network, and we investigate issues with the UK and really strong network of people.
It takes up a lot of time, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. But it's really as well.
How was it? You went to Parliament, you said, but how was that?
Yeah, it was really, really good being involved in the issues and discussing solutions. I think that was really, really good.
Did you do what you asked?
We're working on it.
You carry on working for it and take care of this for David. Congratulations to yourself as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Hannah. The next award is for Carer of the Year. Lynn and Paul Redwater have cared for their 34-year-old son Matthew, who has Duchenne muscular dystrophy his whole life. That is until he had surgery to help him breathe last December. After being discharged in May, the family were told that their primary care trust were refusing to fund specialist home care, and that the only option was to have Matthew placed in a care home 30 miles away from his home. Devastated, but refusing to leave Matthew alone for any length of time, Lynn and Paul completed twice daily 60-mile round trips to see their son, to ensure they had the care and the emotional support he needed, while doing everything they could to get him back home. After months of fighting with local authorities, the Leveringtons have now won their case, I'm pleased to say, and are expecting their son back home before Christmas. It's hard to think of anyone who could be more deserving of this award. And please welcome Lynn and Paul to the stage.
Well, they were against me, so they were going to go with me. When Matthew was asked how he felt about it, he said, "Mum would have
Doesn't it feel awful that you have surgery to improve and then you almost get penalised because of
It's just a wicked world, and the living is the thing that moves people out of their desire. So we make good people of the guys to make the ball into people who care.
But you're a special case, and how is he?
great. He's fine, he's happy, and a couple of weeks time I'll be down now.
Well, that would be great in a couple of weeks, also a very special Christmas as well.
I'll have one this year, we didn't last year.
Well, congratulations on the award, congratulations on your fight, winning your fight, and getting your boy home. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn and Paul. As you can all appreciate, the Muscular Dystrophy campaign can't do its fantastic work without support from various companies and media outlets. So with that in mind, it is time for the Corporate Partnership and Media Partner of the Year Awards. For over 10 years, property company St George has helped the charity form its important links with the property industry. One of the first companies to enter their star with the Property Week Challenge, which is a 10K run, they sparked a real competition between leading companies in the industry, and in the process have raised around £20,000 a year for the Muscular Dystrophy campaign. The dedication and hard work of the St George staff, led by their managing director, Ian Doby, is at the heart of their successful fundraising. And they have also been regular attendees of the charity annual board for the property industry, the Microscope Board. They've been buying tables and bidding furiously in the auction, with all the proceeds coming back to the charity. These activities have raised an amazing £290,000 over the past 10 years. I mentioned earlier that St George staff regularly compete in the Property Week 10K Challenge, but as well as winning our Corporate Partner of the Year award, they were also on the Property Week Cup for the best fundraising team. So with their managing director, Ian Doby, come up to collect both awards. I know you, but I'm happy with this. How many times have you won this trophy?
Yeah, 7 times.
What's it like, you and your staff?
Well, it started 10 years ago. We were invited to the race. I think our state's result at the time was the property week. And our sole intention was to go and beat the rest of the property industry. We beat them in quality, but we thought we'd beat them raising funds. But I think after that first year, we were chatting to everyone, and the first one was Joe Paul, and it became about the lack of central funding. And I think to hear that less than half of the wheelchairs, these fantastic wheelchairs that see people buzzing up and down on the stage, actually change people's lives, that less than half of those are actually paid for out of central funding. So every time we go out now, we're trying to encourage our peers to raise more money and actually sort of fund wheelchairs, the care, and of course that's some fantastic research that we've seen going on. So it's a lot more about the race. What we do is just a speck in of dust in the atmosphere compared to what everybody else here has been doing. So congratulations to everyone else. It's about you, not us, really, today.
Well said indeed. I know it is all about them, but without the fundraising, this wouldn't, that is such a huge help, particularly the way things are, especially it's difficult out there, but you still find a way to raise the money.
We do. There's nothing actually going to stop us. It is hard. I mean, with people who are asking for sponsorship, I find it harder, but I think getting any donation now, no matter how small, as we get out of these fairly hard years, the funds will get higher. It's our intention to keep raising, keep spreading the message. Learned a lot here this afternoon. I felt very, very inspired to some of their stories from what this afternoon. We've got many of them, but they're all fantastic. We're looking forward to Curry as well sometime in the near future.
Well, congratulations. Thank you very much, Ian. On to the Media Partner of the Year award, which is going to the Citizen newspaper in Gloucestershire. The paper has been the media partner of the Royal Forest of Dean Branch's annual Spirit of Christmas Carol concert, now entering their 9th year in partnership. The editor of the Citizen, Ian Mead, has been pivotal in the ongoing success of the concert through his passionate desire to raise awareness of muscular dystrophy, support the families and individuals affected by the disease within the local area, and to encourage his readers to buy tickets for the concert and raise vital funds. Last year, though, Ian decided he wanted to make his readers understand more about muscular dystrophy, running stories on different individuals and families living in the Gloucestershire area who were affected by the condition. He is also invaluable in helping the charity forge links with local businesses, offering up his contacts as potential sponsors. Over the years, Ian has built up the charity's reputation locally and established links with local VIPs who now support the concert. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ian Mead. Congratulations on the award. What is it about the Muscular Dystrophy campaign that has made you so passionate?
I think what it is, this is out for the paper. This is Friday's paper, where we're featuring Chloe here, and we launched this on Friday. And I remember Chloe 3 years ago when she actually was 12, and it's the humanisation of the charity. I'm an ex-Daily Mail man, and all the Daily Mail, we're always told the story's no good unless it's humanised. And the problem with the charity, it's quite difficult to explain to most people what it is. And it's humanising cases like Chloe's that really bring it home to people. And that's what we've tried to do. And the other big thing is to involve companies, and especially key people in Gloucestershire. So at the launch with Chloe and Mum was the Lord Lieutenant of Gloucestershire, the High Sheriff, people like this. And what we then do is sort of press gang other people to read special readings of concerts. So this year we'll have the Lord Lieutenant, the High Sheriff, the Chief Constable. Well, that gives the charity a good profile. And absolutely delighted in the amazing surroundings of Gloucester.
And I think it's just going from strength to strength, this piece.
It is, and I was looking at the order form. Yes, the top tickets are £20, but people really are coming because they are attached to the charity. They're not just supporters of Muscular Dystrophy charity. They're ordinary people who love the idea of supporting people like that.
Thank you so much for supporting the Muscular Dystrophy campaign. And good luck with the concert, ladies and gentlemen. Ian. As you all know, the Muscular Dystrophy campaign is a research charity at heart, and over the past 51 years, we have funded millions of pounds worth of research to further our knowledge of neuromuscular conditions. We're closer than ever to finding treatments for some of these conditions. and that success lies in the hands of the amazing and talented researchers working in the UK today. With that in mind, it's time to present an award to our Young Scientist of the Year. It goes to Dr. Caroline Godfrey. Caroline completed a muscular dystrophy campaign-funded PhD last year and has already made an impact in the field of congenital muscular dystrophies. Her research has helped to make diagnosis both faster and more accurate and may help in the move towards developing therapies in the future. She's now working in Dr. Matthew Wood's laboratory in Oxford, working on the development of exon skipping, which is probably the most promising treatment in clinical trials for boys with Duchenne. Despite her busy professional life, Caroline has donated many hours of her time helping the charity's research team, writing several feature articles about research for the magazines Target MD and Target Research, as well as news articles for our website. And with unwavering enthusiasm, Caroline was also a volunteer marshal at this year's Town Down 10K run in Oxford. Just exhausting thinking about what she does. Would you please welcome Caroline to the stage? Research and just how important it is, because it's exciting times.
It is very exciting times. I think it's very exciting for people like me to come to meetings and meet the individuals with the conditions that we study, and meet their families, and meet the people who've raised all the money that it's expensive doing research in this field. Yeah, it's important to meet people.
That is a busy job in itself. How do you find all the time to write all the articles and everything on the rest?
I'm often late with my deadlines, I have to say. But no, I really enjoyed it. I think, and also it's a skill that you all need to develop as researchers, especially with things in grant research applications, the lay people's summaries that we have to write. It's a skill that we're not very used to, so it gives us some platform to kind of practice things. So it's really important.
Into that time down, it's quite a special day.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The whole of Oxford is shut down for the day. You often find drivers that are trying to leave Oxford and just get stuck and keep going in a circle because they're cornered by runners wherever you are. So yeah, it's exciting.
Keep up the good work, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Thank you very much. Health professionals such as care advisors, physiotherapists and specialists can make an enormous difference to the lives of people with neuromuscular conditions. And for this reason, we have Health Professional of the Year Award, which goes to Dr. Stephen Stintley. Now, Stephen is a paediatric neuromuscular consultant at Alderhead Children's Hospital and has almost single-handedly developed one of the best neuromuscular services in the UK. Not only does he ensure that his patients get the best possible treatment, but Stephen is committed to changing services for people with these conditions in all regions. He has contributed his experiences to the muscular dystrophy campaigns building on the foundations, and was more recently involved in giving expert evidence to the Invest to Save report, which is a major focus of the charity's current campaign. Well, at the moment, Stephen is having a holiday, but we are delighted to have another care worker who works with Stephen at Alderhead Hospital here at St. Paul's Award. Please welcome Alison Brown. Letting you in for? I'm very honoured to receive the Health Professional of the Year Award. None of the work would be possible without the excellent support of the neuromuscular multidisciplinary team, but also the other professionals from the large disciplines who support individuals affected by neuromuscular conditions. I'm very hopeful that we will be able to consolidate, secure, and if possible, further improve not just the neuromuscular services at Alderhead Children's Hospital in Liverpool, but throughout the country to ensure that the best possible support for children, adolescents and adults who are affected by neuromuscular conditions is provided. Thank you very much, Stephen. I do say thank you to him and thank you to you for all the work you do as well. Thank you very much to Alison. As well as medical medical professionals pushing forward the progress of research, the charity is lucky enough to have dedicated lay volunteers to support our research team. Stuart Watt is one of those invaluable people, inspired to get involved by his wife who has FSH muscular dystrophy. Stuart has successfully fundraised for research for over 30 years. More recently, Stuart has dedicated hours of his time as a member of the lay research panel, helping to represent the patient voice and prioritising which projects we should support. In the words of Dr. Matilda Polschmidt, our Director of Research, she says, "Stuart is always extremely patient and is always there with his expertise whenever we need him. He is far too modest to admit this, but he is a priceless addition to the team." As well as representing patients, Stuart has represented the charity internationally on many occasions, most notably helping to set up an organisation called FSHD Europe to encourage researchers and patients to work together worldwide. Stuart really is a gem, and I'd love to invite him up to the stage to receive his award. Please welcome Stuart. Embarrass you with those words.
Very much. If it hadn't come from you, Sue, I wouldn't believe it.
But you've done, given so many years to the charity, but I know it's important to you to take it internationally. Tell us what's happened.
I think we find that we want to support the scientists throughout the world and in Europe and the UK. We want to let them know that patient groups are very thankful for their work and their dedication. And it's just a bit of time to go and visit them in the laboratories and also to meet other MDC similar groups, especially in Europe, to activate and to work with them to find the best projects that will result in a cure or treatment for all of the MDs, not just FSH in that case, but the lay research panel that Marita has is something that all the MDs are represented on.
Congratulations, and keep up the good work. It's terrific to hear everything that you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart. We now come to our final award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, which this year goes to the remarkable Betty McMorran. Betty's husband, Ernie, had muscular dystrophy, and Betty was his full-time carer for 52 years. She says that it was a tough time, but she would do it all over again. On top of dedicating her life to caring for Ernie, she also set up the Newcastle branch of the Muscular Dystrophy campaign, which has now been going for over 50 years. Over this time, she has provided love and support to local people and their families who are affected by muscular dystrophy, while also managing to fit in an amazing amount of fundraising for the charity. She takes part in runs, walks, and sponsored swims, even abseiling. Yep, you know it, Betty has done it. Betty is now 87 and hasn't been too well lately, but this hasn't deterred her support for the charity. She even offered to take part in a sponsored zip slide this October. It is my very great pleasure to hand over a Lifetime Achievement Award to Betty McMorran. Lifetime's award. I know you mentioned, I mentioned earlier there, and that was the reason, but you just dedicated your whole life to the campaign. Yes. Enjoyed doing it. And of all those challenges, which has been the most fun? So tell us about the absence. Well, tell us about it.
Awesome. In case I died and the user isn't working with his head hair, two daughters were down on the hillside and weren't very happy with anything. And but I was so elated, I just wanted to go back up again. For Ernie, one of the reasons it was task. And when we came down, when the winds descended on first of all, before Mr. Tutor, everybody had nothing but Tutor, and I said, but all that we came down at the descended on all the leading us, moved coming out for disappointment, and we had a lovely dinner, really nice study. So, and that was the highlight of my whole
Just reading out a few of them, and you're still doing things.
Well, trying to be
You made more than a bit of money. And tell us about the centre that everyone that works up with you campaign, because you've worked in the branch.
the kid spent like 10 minutes. Not connection at all with this, just very nice looking, very proud people. And it's work that was always yours. There's also rapid issues around. But you have Brian who's now around in a wheelchair.
Well, you have raised so much money, and it is my great pleasure to hand over to you, Betty, because you've given your life work through the charity, and thank you so much, so well deserving for this award, and well done for all that you've done over the years. Thank you very much. Betty, well, that's my bit. Thank you so much for being here today, and as I said earlier, it is just such a pleasure and privilege for me to be here this year, to see so many of you and hear so many inspiring stories. Thank you so much for all the support you give the Muscular Dystrophy campaign, and I look forward to meeting you again soon. Thank you.
Parker, thank you very much for a fantastic presentation. That was quite special. I think everyone I can see sitting there with big grins in their face. You've been in the presence of a celebrity this afternoon, as well as those three we had this morning. Now, before I forget, all the winners, please don't rush away in 5 minutes, because I think Sue's also agreed to have one group photo at the end with the photographer. So that then brings me on to the final two awards, because we have got a little contest for excellence in scientific communication. You may have seen all the posters through in one of the meeting rooms with our marvellous young scientists who are doing all of that wonderful research. And to announce the winner, we have Professor Martin Bobrow, no less, the past chairman of the Muscular Dystrophy campaign. So Martin, please announce the winners.
Thank you, but very real thanks for getting me back up on this stage, particularly asking me to follow after the polished professionalism of Subai, which really unfair. However, so three people, Bill himself, Stuart Watt, and I, looked at the poster presentations there, and we looked at them from several points of view. Firstly, we looked to see whether they were describing really interesting, important science that might make a difference to all of us. And secondly, we looked to see whether they explain things in a way that you would expect a normal human being to understand. And it's a tough challenge, because not only is the science difficult, but the words that science gets wrapped in are. I've been doing it for a long time, and it makes my head buzz. So we looked to see whether it would be clear to every sexual people. And we left clear because the standard of those places is extraordinary. We thought they were clear text, and the reason was insistent that we couldn't give probabilities to the ideas. And we settled on two, but I would have to say that the others were all fantastic. The two we settled on were Corinne Betts from Oxford, who, if you around? Come on here. They're doing some really interesting work on ways that might make this oligonucleotide antisense skin cluster therapy work even better. And we may well need that because it's not at all clear how all that's going to work. Incidentally, they're getting a certificate and a little envelope with a little book. And the second one is Leanne Clifton from Sheffield. Is Leanne in the room? Good. Thank you. Wonderful photographs of the work that they're doing, which again is designed to investigate a different sort of approach to treating Duchenne, but also possibly some other muscular dystrophies with some very interesting early results. So we will show you a fantastic video. And as I sit down, let me say that not only is the work important, but I think it's really especially important in an organisation like this that people, like all of the young scientists who are out there, come to these meetings, talk to all of you, that it's a two-way interaction, and that we try to learn to talk the same language. It's tough, but it's important. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to say something today.
Thank you very much for coming down to see us and judging the competition. We're just about there, probably about 3 minutes to go, and the first of those 2 minutes is from our fundraising director, James, who I think has got a late announcement to make.
Thank you, Bill. Yes, you heard from Bertie 23 earlier on. Now, during this conference, while those lads were talking about their activities and where you could go to make a donation, there was a donation made. An extra £250 made to them from someone in the conference today. So that boosted their target up, and I think we're over 15,000 now, I think, boys, aren't we? So, fantastic. Really good. And we couldn't let that pass without telling you that there's another way to give. If you text that number and put Bert69, leave a gap, put the amount you want to donate to, that will go straight to those guys as well. And they are the next event, they wanted me to say. They are doing the Banger Rally, okay, and you can go to rally.bertie23.co.uk, and that's going from, is it Portsmouth, did you say? Plymouth, going to Marrakesh. Just a little journey, okay? They don't do things by halves, those boys. And my last point, just to finish off, I think everyone's been inspired by what everyone's said, and what we did. The awards here have been fantastic, what people have done, the fundraising, the caring, living with muscular disease, it's inspiring. So if you're inspired to fundraise, there's 13 Spirit of Christmas events. There's the Great North Run. There's the London Marathon going on. We've got the Town and Gown runs in Oxford, but also next year at Cambridge. We've got the Sportsman's at Lords on the 1st of March, and this year our trekkers are going to Kilimanjaro. So if you want to join them there, or you want to take part in our golf marathon. And also, just to point out, if you want to make a pledge and you want to donate to us, the Big Give, there's a Big Give website. It is www.thebiggive. Between the 5th and the 9th of December, if you donate online, the Muscular Dystrophy campaign, then that money will be doubled and come back to us. Okay? So if you've raised some money, if you're thinking of raising some money in between now and then, or you just want to donate, go to that website and that will double it up. And one last thing. Next year, you've got a leap year. You've got an extra day next year. Why not make the most of it? Let's make that day count. There are already some people who have pledged to do a skydive on that day. If you want to do a skydive, January the 29th, 2012. You can join them. February, sorry. You put January in there. We're giving you 2 extra days. February the 29th, sorry. And if you don't want to skydive, just do your own thing. But actually, that's an extra day in the calendar next year, so why not make it count and raise some money for Muscular Dystrophy campaign? The number's there, 0845 872 9058. Ring that, you'll get all the information on all those events on the big give, and make one day count. Thank you for all your support, and I hope you carry on supporting us into next year and into the future. Thank you very much indeed.
I'm going to spend just 2 minutes at the most drawing the conference to a close. It's been a fabulous day. I hope you've all enjoyed it. You don't have to say this. We'll start again. No, it's been great. Thank you so much. Please fill in the evaluation forms in the conference. We're keen to do even better next year with more energy and more life if at all possible. So let us know what you thought, what's gone well, what will improve for next time. We'll probably try for the same calendar year, 13th of October 2012, but it depends on your feedback as well. It's been a really inspiring day. Lots of positive things we had today. From the AGM, one of the queries was, why don't we have more members, let more people join the charity? Yes, indeed. So do join. There are forms linked on reception, on the website for more information to, or talk to the staff, or give me an email or a call. We welcome many more members. Where are we busy in 12 months' time? Where are all these progress papers? Well, I expect to see, all I've heard today, more fundraising groups, more muscle group activity, stronger branches, more progress in healthcare, in that neuromuscular plan, perhaps even more care advisors, despite the fact we've got 31 fantastic care advisors there. So more progress. All of this depending on fundraising. We've heard from James about some new ideas, new ways of going forward. You do a fantastic job, each and every one of you, in fundraising and campaigning and supporting our work. We could extend our network and bring in more people to have even more impact going forward. And that might even be in the research field. The last 12 months have seen some fantastic steps forward. So to drive that research and more funding behind it will be an excellent thing for us to do. I want to draw to a conclusion and give some thanks to some people. I'm going to start with Sue Barker, our President again. So many thanks for finding time to join us. Sprinkling your stardust over us all. It's been fabulous and we really do appreciate it. Thanks for all you do for us. We love working with you. Thank you so much. Let's thank Sue again. Thank you so much. I would also, on your behalf, want to thank the people who have made this day possible. Also the hotel, the conference centre and the conference centre staff. But more importantly, the MDC team who've worked tirelessly to put this together, led by Lynn Inman, our Director of Education Development, and all the team. So Lynn, thank you so much for all you've done. It's been a great job. There's a man here who, the moment, has been forced off the stage by me, who I really do want to thank, and that's our chairman. Our chairman for the day, our chairman of the charity, Bill Ronald. Bill was sort of roped in to be chairman about a year ago. He volunteered, and we grabbed him with both hands. I really promised you, Bill, a meeting every 3 or 4 months, and perhaps a little bit in between. And Bill's given us so much time and so much energy in support of our work. Again, well, I'm really grateful, Bill, so thank you so much. And I really shouldn't be taking you any longer, but I must thank all of you, as Chief Executive, for all you do for the charity, your contribution today, your hard work and your support. Thank you so much. Let's go forward, build on this, and in 12 months' time, let's see how much further we've gone. Thank you very much. Safe journey home.